I know why you clicked on this video. You're good at your job. Everyone at your company thinks you're good at your job. You even think you're good at your job. But the problem is you're stressed out, you're overworked, and you're underpaid. And you might even feel like you're stuck in a dead end. I'm Ryan. I'm a senior cloud engineer, and I've been doing this for 10 plus years now. And just like you, I was stuck in the rut as well. Today, I'm going to talk about the 3 pillars that I believe helped me get out of that rut, and hopefully, it'll help you too. Stay tuned. The first pillar to getting out of your rut is you have to sharpen your skills. There's a difference between a generalist and a specialist. This may or may not apply to you. You could already have a specialist niche, but ultimately you have to be the go-to guy, a SME, subject matter expert for something. And everyone knows that if this particular problem happens, I'm going to go to Bob because he knows exactly what to do. He knows all the ins and outs of this particular situation and this technology. If you really want to get paid a good amount of money, you have to specialize in something. You have to be in demand. So you have to make people want to seek you out. Companies have all kinds of problems and they have different roles for different things. Network engineer, cloud engineer, security engineer. And sometimes they even go super niche. So I might have a VMware specialist. I might have a Hyper-V specialist. I might have an Azure security specialist. I might have an IAM role where it's exclusively talking about Azure IAM principalities or an Okta specialty, something like that. So you can literally be general or really specialized in any category of IT that you want. But if you really want to get your pay up here, you need to specialize and go for those higher ticketing roles. If you don't know where to start, I would focus on either A, what you're good at. If it's hopefully what you're good at is already in demand. Or if you are just really new, you're doing help desk, password resets, printers, maybe a little bit of helping out with some SaaS applications, things like that. Now is a good time to go ahead and pick which of those niches you want to go in. So an easy way to do that is look to see what's in demand. Look on Glassdoor, look in the forums, look at job postings, and see what types of roles are paying the most in your area or wherever you want to work. So for example, things right now, infrastructure as code, automation, AI, really hot topics in the cloud engineering roles. Once you find what you want to do, dive deep. Literally master your craft. Sharpen your sword. What does that mean? That means learning it in and out. That starts with the textbook definitions. That starts with doing courses. That starts with getting your certs. This does a few things. It gives you a baseline knowledge, and it also shows all the people that you're applying to, the recruiters, the CTOs, the IT managers, the IT directors that are hiring you, that you're taking this seriously. You are so serious about it that you went out of your way to get a cert to prove your knowledge. In addition, you need a lab. You need to learn how all this technology works on paper and how it also works in production. So you need that real world expertise. If you don't have it in production, that's absolutely fine. You could do all kinds of labs. You could spin up your own servers. You could spin up your own subscriptions, and you can get the experience on your own. But bottom line is sharpen your skills and be in demand. You need to be the guy, not Bob, not Tom, not Nick, not Susan. If I have this particular problem, the VPN's down, I'm going to you. You are the subject matter expert. You are the one that I want. And then you can translate that to getting jobs or getting raises or getting other roles. So number 1 is sharpen your skills and be in demand. Pillar 2. This one's probably my favorite, but this only comes after you do step 1. Step 2 is know your worth. You can only know your worth if you've done step 1. You have to have skills, you have to have experience, and that doesn't necessarily mean in-job experience. It could be, like I said, building your own experience, home labbing, doing courses, doing boot camps, all that kind of stuff counts as experience. But you have to know your worth. So if I know my skill set, I know my backgrounds, I know my certifications, I can then use what I know with my experience. I can look at all these different job applications in all these different territories, remote, on-site, here versus a metroplex of some kind, to different countries, and you can see generally what people are getting paid for these skill sets. So if you're making 50K and you are a specialist cloud engineer in this particular sector, the average going rate is 115 with all these qualifications. You have all those general qualifications. You can easily use that to your advantage when you're asking for salary bumps or when you're applying for a new job and you say, hey, based off X, Y, and Z, I want this amount of money. So you have to know your worth. But again, you can only know this if you've done your research. Now, I actually had this happen to me where I was literally surprised at how little I was making. Early in my career, I was making about 55K. I was specializing in private cloud. I started looking up all these different salaries. And in conjunction of learning what some of my peers were making, I realized how underpaid I was, despite me being the senior engineer for that technology at my company. Now, you have to take into account the size of the company. Again, your region, your location, whether you're remote and on site, your qualifications. There's a lot of different factors here. But if you put all this together in a smart way and analyze your stats versus the going rate, you can kind of get a ballpark of what you should be getting paid. So I realized at the time I probably should have been making closer to six figures. Going rate was anywhere from 85 to 115 for what I was specializing in and what all of the job market in my region was. So I was significantly underpaid. But just having that knowledge doesn't just mean, hey, I can go to my boss and all of a sudden get a 50K raise. It's not going to work that way. And if you go to your boss and just demand a 50K raise without the proper tool set or how to even communicate that, he's going to literally shoo you out the office and think you're crazy. Which leads me to step 3, learning to sell yourself. Now that we've done all this research, we sharpened our skills, we know our worth, you need to build your resume out to reflect your experience and what you're worth. If you just say, hey, I've done help desk for 3 years, hey, I got X, Y, and Z cert, and I'm a cloud engineer. Cool. We need numbers, we need statistics, we need to know the nitty gritty of what you can do for my company. If I'm hiring you, I want to know what value you're going to bring. And just saying I'm a cloud engineer and I have these credentials, it doesn't necessarily do too much for making me believe that you're the solution to my problems. So it's really important to note the metrics that you can bring or the value that you can give to a company, percentages, stats, outcomes, things like that you can tailor. I've been attacking problems and tickets are down 25%, but you have to be able to use metrics in order to get what you want. We don't want to describe just what we're good at, our skills or our tasks. We want to describe the outcomes of what we did by assigning a metric to it. Now, to me, learning to sell yourself is probably the hardest part. And it's the one that probably takes the most time because you have to have confidence in yourself and it's a skill on its own. I could easily make a whole YouTube video or a course even on how to build up your own self-confidence. So I'm not saying this is easy, but if you really want to get to that next level, these were the 3 things that I did. I think this took me about a year fully, sharpen my skills, knowing my worth, and selling myself. And I was able to convert my salary at the time of 55K up to my next role, which was about 95K. So that is a crazy turnaround, and it's very possible. I've helped other coworkers and friends do this as well over the years. So it's very possible. You can do it in your current company. It's a little more rare, but you can do it. Or you could apply to other companies and completely turn yourself around, get into the role that you want, or stay in the same role but increase your salary, work for a better company. Whatever the case may be, it's very possible. And if you need help with this, I do have a cloud starter kit, whether you're beginner or advanced, that can definitely help you out. Helps you build your resume, helps you with interview questions, helps you building experience. So if you're interested in that, I have a link in the bio. But ultimately, guys, take your career and make it into what you want it to be. If you want more content like this, leveling up your IT and your cloud careers, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys next week.